I feel that a small interaction can have the most profound impact on someone's life. Hi, I'm Hazeem. I'm the founder of the Signpost Collective, and we befriend the informal street sellers in Singapore.
Hey, this is Hazeem. Sorry we're a bit late.
No, it's
man.
okay, no worries. Yeah, I think I was just checking the database. I think we should just check in on Auntie Florence, her well-being, her family, and then afterwards just check in on Uncle C's housing situation as well. The Signpost Collective is a non-profit organisation that looks after the informal street sellers in Singapore. So currently we look after 12 districts in Singapore. So for example, Clementi, Ang Mo Kio, Tampines, Bedok, and other districts. We look after about 120 of them in Singapore right now. The Signpost Collective started in 2019, and it came about because I'm a very kaypoh person. And I remember I was studying around Clementi Mall. I saw a lot of tissue sellers, and I realized that they were very familiar faces, but I was not familiar with their stories. And so I just went around asking about their lives and realized that quite a few of them felt that they were unsupported, that they had no one to turn to, sometimes just by life circumstances. So there's this one very personal story. One of the street seller, in fact, shared about his family, how he was supporting his kids through school. But unfortunately, his wife was laid off, and so he became the sole breadwinner while selling tissue. During that transition phase, it was a very, very difficult time. He just told me, Hazeem, you're the only friend I can tell this to. And I feel that for a lot of street sellers, sometimes they don't really have anyone they can turn to share their stories, to share their struggle. It makes a huge difference to relieve the burden that they feel alone. And yes, it starts with hearing.
Hello, birthday to you.
And seeing that there was this gap, a bunch of friends and I, we decided to start the Signpost project. And now, currently, as a registered entity, the Signpost Collective. So we act as a signpost for them. For any of the issues that they face, we befriend them, we communicate with them, and then we liaise with the relevant agencies to provide the relevant social support system that they need. So the Signpost Collective does runs, and runs basically as our own version of walkabouts. And we do these runs weekly, sometimes even twice a week, just to be able to get a sense of the issues and sentiments of our street sellers. Usually what happens in our first conversation with a street seller, of course, is not to go into too personal issues or even just to pry into their problems. It's really to get to know them, to make them feel comfortable. If they don't feel like talking that day, maybe they're in a bad mood, that's perfectly fine. More importantly is that they know that once a week, someone is out there checking in on them. Right now, we'll be meeting Auntie Florence. We've known her for quite some time. In fact, she's not one of your usual tissue sellers. She sells artworks.
And every time we meet her, she's always ready to greet us with her bubbly personality and all her good jokes. Hello, Auntie Florence.
Hello, my dear. Hi.
Anna is our volunteer from the Signpost Project. She's been here at the West team for about 2 years. How you been, Auntie Florence?
I'm fine. I'm good.
You beating a panda?
Oh yes, you can see that I paid a mother bear carrying a baby, and this one is another baby.
That's very cute.
Yeah. So the mother is concentrating on the youngest one. Then this one say, "Mommy, anything to help?" No, I can help. I'm a tete or koko. Wow.
So my relationship with Auntie Florence is like family. Like she's always looked after me. She likes to give me life advice. She likes to tease me. Yeah, and at first she was kind of scary because she like always had a lot of opinions and a strong mindset. But then after a while, after she made enough jokes with me, I think we got close, and I really enjoy coming to see her on my weekends.
So I want to earn some more money, not because of my greediness, because I want to prepare for my retiree. I've not been working a lot. I only worked for 7 years officially, and then I got the CPF only for 7 years only. Then like recently, I'm sick. I went for my operation, my scan. I have to pay $8,000 out from my pocket. As you know, I'm born here as a dwarf, and I use a lot of my hip muscle, my hip bones to walk. It's like wear and tear, and I have to go for my hip bone replacement. So during that period of time, I was in hospital, and this poor girl couldn't find me. So she called me and she realized that I was in the hospital and she came to visit me with her friend. After that, it's like tsunami, one shot swept away all my savings. I don't want to rely on anyone. I want to depend on myself.
Yeah, be independent.
Yeah, because I'm born in this way, I don't want people look at me in this like very useless kind.
I think Auntie Florence has taught me a lot about what it means to be resilient and what it means to face challenges in life head on. Because I think she's had a lot of challenges that she's faced very bravely. So I think that's something that I've taken away and I've learned from her how to be brave and how to be strong.
She's such a lovely girl. I wish she was my daughter.
Thanks for joining the regional coordinators meeting this afternoon, guys. In Woodlands, we have been seeing an increasing number of street sellers as well.
So right now we have about 20 to 30 volunteers and we have about 10 people in the core team. So we find volunteers through multiple channels. The first one would be formal volunteering organizations. Second, we also find volunteers through formal school partnerships. The third will be with public volunteers who will come and sign up through our website as well as our other social media platforms, for example, Facebook and Instagram. We definitely encourage a lot more volunteers to come and join us on our runs. To be doing this for over 6 years, in a world of uncertainty, there's sometimes that sense of hopelessness, but talking to the street sellers and being able to do what I can, even if it's a little thing that I can help them with, at least we can be that one friend or that one person they can WhatsApp to if they have any issues. So my hope for the Signpost Collective is that we are no longer needed, right? That you no longer need an organization to spur conversations, to look out for the informal street sellers or the vulnerable elderly in Singapore. You rely on neighbors to do that, to build that sense of community, to build the identity, that everyone is truly looking out for each other. And it's these interactions that makes life feel worth living. It makes you want to hope for the next day that the future will be a bit brighter.